Hello and welcome to Maths with Jacob. This lesson will focus on different quadrilaterals. In an earlier video, we introduced the idea of the quadrilateral and gave a simple description of it. In this video, we will look at different types of quadrilaterals and the names given to them. So basically, we saw in the earlier video that a quadrilateral was a plane shape with four straight sides. Now in this video we have very specific types of quadrilaterals depending on their characteristics. For example, let's look at this one. This one is the square. As we can see here, the square is a four-sided figure because it's a quadrilateral. Each of the angles are 90 degrees. The opposite sides are parallel, and all the sides are equal. So they're all the different characteristics of a square, and that's why we have these symbols here, just to highlight the characteristics. The next one is the rectangle. It's similar to a square except that only the opposite sides are equal in length. Everything else is the same, where you have four angles that are 90 degrees and the opposite sides are parallel. For the rhombus, that's similar to a square, but it's been pushed to one side. So just imagine you have a square and you put some pressure on that corner and you just push it out of shape. You still have the opposite sides that are parallel and all the sides are equal. That's called a rhombus. Next we have the parallelogram. That's sort of like a rectangle that's been pushed on this corner here. So the opposite sides are parallel and the opposite sides are equal in length. That's why it's called a parallelogram. The next one is the trapezium, which is either this shape or this one. The important characteristic of the trapezium is that just one pair of opposite sides are parallel, as we can see from these little signs here. Just the opposite sides are parallel. Now sometimes these sides here can be equal in length, but other times they don't have to be. As long as the opposite sides are parallel, it's called a trapezium. This one here is called a kite. It has this shape where those two sides are equal and those two sides are equal, but they're a little bit smaller than those two. Okay, and they're the diagonals and they meet at 90 degrees. And this is the general quadrilateral, where the angles don't have to be equal and the sides don't have to be equal, and yet there are four angles and four sides, but none of them have to be equal. So this video has introduced us to some specific quadrilaterals, and we can name each of these quadrilaterals depending on their individual characteristics.